Hello, it's Original MaRul, and welcome back for some more FTB Interactions Remastered. Last time I, got some questing done, the UU matter, working on various things, yada yada yada. Still not lucky. But that's clear. That's something I'll have to work out at some point. So I ordered the parts for the photon nuclear fission chamber. Photonuclear fission chamber. Even though I'll still need the fragment. But some stuff isn't done yet. Waiting on. Here's output hatch. Not do the output. Oh, that's long titanium rod. Okay, that's the issue. If you noticed, I was messing around with... Get that, it's too long. I was messing around with, what do you call it? Get some titanium. Or, oh, I do have access to long rod. Sweet, the system already knows it. I was looking into the steam turbines and how to get flow throughput and stuff, and also the flux plug networks and how I want to deal with them. So I did some testing. Also, I tried to see if I could even blow up a battery buffer, and as far as I can tell, no. The only thing that really blows up are machines and wires. If you yeah. I'm not sure machines do if you overamp them. Now, power levels is a whole different story. I'm not talking about power levels. I'm talking about amperage. I think the only thing that really cares about amperage is the actual wires, which I've got to fix for that. But I think as far as I can tell, should be fine. Actually, I need 4 of those. That will only make 1 drum. Oh, and actually I need 3 worth. Another 2. Sorry, getting my numbers off. Still doesn't explain why I didn't get the normal. Did I order normal fluid also? I forget those. Oh, I'm missing bowls. Three slabs in a lathe. Weird thing. Buses. I need just 2 fluid input buses from multi-blocked. I also did a bunch of testing, like figuring out which ports I could use and things like that. Wrong. I also get this up. Stable titanium machine casing. Oh, it has to be an EV. No, that has to be had to be an EV assembler. That's not good. I need an EV assembler set to 2. What are you guys set to? Fine. Move over all the liquid. I really left myself a mess. But I was also kind of not doing too hot yesterday. I'll fix that here in a minute. Get these produced. Need to turn this back to 1. This means I need another EV assembler. But hopefully this should be getting me closer to EV level power. Oh, did I not update this? Not good. Finding issues all over the place. I also need bowls. And they have to be made from normal wood. Not wood plates. Can't use my nice wood plates. Get those made up. Knife. Up all the flint. Add flint. Ugh. Oil. Yeah, but besides filing my taxes, finally getting my taxes filed completely and streaming, my week's kind of been a wash. Hopefully next week can be better. wood. Rubber wood. Make poles out of it. Yeah, get this all fixed up. Then I can get... I need to use this up. I don't need to use it up, but I might as well. Of course, that can't be done in a 2x2. There we go. 6 bolts. This... Oh, I need to also produce the... There we go. That's all fixed. Okay. Some other things I need to produce is now that I know what I need for the next part is the steam turbine, and I'm going to need probably 3 or 4 big turbines. Because the thing is, it's... The best I could get is like maybe 2 amps EV from a turbine. That's from a big 3x3x4 production. To teach the system Pentium gears and make sure it knows large steel fluid pipes. I'm going to need a couple of these. Might actually have to set up in production. Alright. There's the main block. What else do I need? Nope, that's assembler. I gotta make sure I get the right steel casing because it's different. Yeah, this is completely different. That's gonna take a bit. Their hatches, rotor, holder. I want to get the... Let's see if I can get the EV rotor holder. Ultimate small titanium EV machine. Because if you look, what is it? Each rotor holder above HV adds 10% efficiency. So it just makes the efficiency a little better, which from my understanding, I think the efficiency is how fast the rotor wears down. Just like the efficiency enchantment. We'll get to the rotors here in a little bit. They're going to be interesting to make. The other thing is I need... I think I'm going to need to put these in assembly machines, because I think I already have the EV dynamo, but I need to make it into the 4 amp hatch, because that's what fits this. Like I said, I can make almost 2 amps. So to get the best value out, I can't use just a 1 amp hatch. I need to use I need to use a 4. That's an electric furnace I ordered a long time ago. I'm not even sure when. Just been stuck there. Already know. The resonator. Yeah, okay, so this already knows the dynamo hatch. Run it again, or do I just use a random HV? An HV that doesn't have a lot. You're just doing atomic alloy. Let's do dynamo hatches. That way I'm not trying to recursive craft in the same machine. EV dynamo, or 2 4x aluminum wire and 2 titanium plate. Aluminum 4x wire. 2 of it. We good? Check that. One extreme voltage coil, 2 4x aluminum. Okay, so I'm missing 2 things. No, the 4x aluminum wire needs a crafting recipe. Forex aluminum wire. And the extreme coil. Has to be done in an EV assembler. Magnetic neodymium rod. Yep, might as well put it in the other one. Extreme coil. Oh, that's why I needed the tungsteel, which I just got access to. Like neodymium rod. 16x fine tungsteel. Needs to be set to 1. The wire. Okay, and then it's going to ask me about tungsteel wire, which I'll need to do here in a whole nother thing that I still got to process. I need to almost just set up a new processing cube for like vanadium. Actually, just end and Euclides. Maybe Aurelia. Or I forget I should do that for the quest projection. I should do that for the quest progression. Say the word progression, I guess. Okay, got that. Okay, doesn't know large steel fluid pipe. Should figure that out. That's an easy fix. Those while I'm at it. How fast I'm using these. Alright, what was that? It was large steel pipe, right? Steel fluid pipe. Normal pipe, your large pipe. I think it's 6 per. Large steel fluid pipe. Yep, it's 6 ingots per. Ingots, large pipe. Yep. Okay, that fixes that. Then I'll need the vanadium large gears. Or I guess the normal size gear. Ventium, sorry. Ah, that's great. Molten recipe if I want. No dust to molten recipe. Yep, and that's the only way to get them. I'm thinking I should store all Ventium as... No, I haven't done the Ventium check, have I? Do I set up everything to just be exquisite? Just 2 plates. That's an interesting one. Yeah, there's no ingots. Rods used for anything else? No. So unless you're making gears by hand, rods aren't used. Okay. So if I'm making rods the other ways, I should be fine. There's no small gear variant. What I got in here? I could just turn everything into exquisite Ventium. And what? A fluid setup? I can turn it back into powder easily. Is doing plates. Doing gears. Ah, such a weird thing. Okay, I wasn't expecting this. What uses Ventium dust? I want to do a mechanical mana powder. I can just set that up a different way. Any other uses? I do need it for primal mana. No, it has a extractor recycling. Okay, so I can just put everything into an extractor, right? Yeah, literally I can just extract everything. Okay, so dump everything that I don't want to use for something. Everything Ventium that doesn't have a discernible use needs to be extracted. And I'll need powder for green hearts. Which as soon as I get mana dust, I can actually make. But once I get enough. Actually, I don't even. Primal mana. Nope, that is the only way to make primal mana. Damn. Hmm. Sorry, just dealing with this like conundrum. Do I turn I do need some dust. But do I just keep everything as dust, or do I think chipped and flawed definitely should be melted down. That would help me keep chipped and flawed out. I Yeah, once I start doing this, I'll just have powder. Yeah, I need to just set up Ventium chickens. Yeah. So I need 22 buckets of vitriolic copper sulfate. I need an upgrade. I'll just make this tank bigger and go get some more. Agent. Too exquisite Pentium. Alright, who knew this was going to be a big rabbit hole? So right now I'm stopgapped by that. I am going to need a lot of ultimate. I realize ultimate is actually a really good alloy for the tech level I'm at. I need ultimate, I need Magellum, because you can only make rotors off of long Magellum rods. I also need it for the cases. Turbine case. Steel turbine. Magellum and blue steel. Blue steel. Forgot about that. Rose gold, brass, black steel, steel. But then it can just be normal HV Cooper nickel. I didn't really need this. But oh well, I got an infinite supply of end rods. Still haven't powered that thing. I'm just gonna have to make a vitriol or a Ventium processing cube. Is what it's gonna come down to. Or figure out a place to put Ventium processing. I put it with nuclear processing. Nope, this is crystal. I don't even think anything's backed up yet. How long this takes. Mantles? Mouse immunity. Interesting. have to get I have to get better crafting. Okay, so with that I might be able to do the Chaos Dragon. Chess piece. Okay, I'll have to remember that. Put on my to-do list. Oh no, this was Fluix and stuff, which like can't this stuff be broken down? Yeah. Yes. This could be the excess could be sent to deconstruction. Uh, so one thing I'm going to need for the fission chamber is in the nuclear. I'll check that in a second. Down here. Do need to get this more power, but I'm hoping put this on a better power grid. So the whole thing with nuclear reprocessing is that I need a big setup to do it. Progress beyond EV power, but I want good EV power. Yeah, so I gotta rebuild, I gotta retool this. I need this uranium-235. Because I need to make uranium hexafluoride. Right on. Which is fine, I just need to scoot it into a corner. This is 238. Reprocessing, which I might have to expand. We'll see. But there's going to be a whole nother. I need a whole nother 235. And if I put radon in the corner, then I could probably bring Ventium in here too. Trying to find it. We're checking summoned on Aurelia. That counts as inventory. I can pick it up like this. I think it just has an aversion to being picked up. Oh, what I should... How do I deal with that? Be like right there. Still need a lot of this stuff. Okay, that worked. See it? Because I still need another 2 blocks of this stuff to get the reactor up and running. Still doing okay. A little bit drained. My 1 block. Okay, so that does work if it's right next to the formation. Does work. I think I got enough mana for 1 more. Nope, did not. Seven more I need to get. I think this is the basic idea for the build. It seems to be working pretty well for me. I just have to make the automation for it. So it's refilling that spark, I guess. I don't know. Also need to just work on better mana. Tank upgrade got done. Yep. Of course, I don't have a Spectre Coil on me. It is time for a break, though. So, we'll be back. Okay, let's get back to it here. Deal with this. Only thing is I might have to fluid trash this. Yeah. I forgot about that being an issue. Warp station. There's the magic base. Be all the water I need. I can get Ventium chickens. I can clean it out real quick. That way when I use this pump again, it doesn't have an issue. But yeah, it still says it's full of wastewater. There we go. Ventium chicken. I forgot smart chickens. There we go. Get these transmogrified. Needs to be an HV. Let's set this back to once it's done. Chicken. Guess I already had a Ventium egg. Or cadmium, neodymium, samarium. Iridium, lanthanum. Hi. These made into guns. Dump this. Need at least to dump that. Need to tell the system how to deal with this. Oh, mana steel. Run it. I just cook it into mana steel myself. Then I gotta figure out what to do with rare earth. I can't do anything with the wastewater. I need from it. Take a while. Because I might just dump the rest of this. It's used to make the chickens. Oh, I do need it for primal chicken. All you can do is turn it into copper sulfate. Once you turn it into copper sulfate, you can break it down for dust. Another way to get sulfuric acid. And maybe I'll look at it. Guys, up to 10, 10, 10. And out of seeds. I ordered more. That's 10, 11. I can make more if I need them. I'm guessing they produce at about the same speed. All the others. Same mana steel, right? I think so. Yeah. If I dump this into the system. Yeah, that should be the same mana steel. Sweet. Don't think I need powdered mana steel for anything, do I? Yeah, it would be a mixer recipe. Oh. So it's good just to turn it into bar. Alright, I gotta think on copper sulfate. Let's see, if I start over here, how fast do you produce? 3. Okay. And it's 1 to 1. Let's see, this MV recipe. I'm not sure about Greg Tech Chance off the top of my head. documentation on your chance? Can people online don't say stuff? Okay, I think it's just an overclocking bonus. Like, so I think I had it right. So since this is an MV recipe, the base chance is 85% at MV. It would be 95, 100%. I mean, it is 100%. 95 isn't bad. Let's see. How do I go about building this? The easiest way would be centrifuges. I guess dump them into a crafter. Turn them into regular piles. Then I need a furnace for the mana steel. An extractor. Do with this. Do I take the time to centrifuge this again? Neodymium, cadmium. Those I'm getting from space. Not a huge deal. Some samarium. Samarium, iron oxide. Samarium. Repolarized. Production tree look like? Oh, that needs 8 HSSG coils. And no way I'm using that anytime soon. Decomposed. I'll just... It's so late game that it doesn't actually have any uses. So the best I can do for Samsarium is Samarium. Yeah. Is deconstruction. Which is not bad. 6288. What else we got? Ethereum? Not bad. Oh, can be get into plutonium-241 later. Interesting. On. And I do have access to liquid end air now. I think. Nope, not Tel Aviv. Never mind. Almost done with this rabbit hole. Okay, so it is used way later. That I actually might need. And is this the actual only way to get it? There's another dust that doesn't seem like it go. Yeah. That doesn't actually exist anywhere. So yeah, this is the only way to get this. So I do need to process rare earth for this at some point. All good stuff to get rid of. Okay, you can get this from Dew of the Void. But I don't really care about Dew of the Void. Unless I'm going for like UU matter production. Oh, that's what I needed for americium. Chromium. Okay, so I do need that. I'll need a decent amount of it for liquid, but then I can just get rid of it. Okay, so I do need to also process rare earth. But if nothing else, it makes a lot of good matter. For matter replication. I guess what? That was 6. 6, that furnace, and a crafter. All that good as a production chain. What are you doing? Back to being full. Full on gas tiers. Liquid glow. Playing a bit low. I mean, I know I used a decent amount of it over here. Doesn't seem right. Did that recipe change? They changed the liquid glass recipe on me? I gotta go look at the change log. Where is the change log for interactions? Recent. There it is. Oh, actually, in the last update, they added the 0-point photo fission nuclear chamber. That's interesting. Nope, there. That's funny. Makes me kind of sad, though. That was really good. Uh, d- d- Post that on the Discord. See what people say about it. Okay. I might just be out of liquid glass for a while. Dust. Glass. confused. Something seems messed up. Okay, that seems right. One block. That does not seem right. A block of glass. Connect this for now. Sand isn't doing anything. Oh yeah. Need to order those too. Almost forgot. So supposedly this should only give 144. But that gave 3 blocks. That is saying a normal piece of liquid glass gives almost 8 blocks. Or no, sorry, 6 blocks. Almost 7. That's crazy. What if I just do this? Oh, but that's not an active supplier. Can't use that. A little over double. But that only melts into 2 blocks. Great, glass is better. Sorry, found this out and trying to fix this so I don't run out of glass. This doesn't melt back down right. Oh, it does. Does this melt back down? 6 blocks. Okay, so I could just have this cycling. Testing. Okay, chassis pipe. Such a weird conundrum to have. I'm just kind of flabbergasted by how weird this recipe is now. I think this is a bug. That is weird. Thing. Well, I use the recipes that I'm given. Don't fix them. Infinite clear glass. Alright, I think I'm done with that tangent. And almost all the centrifuges are done. A battery buffer. I feel like I need more sodium. I should refill this for the cost of lava. Funny. Magnesium refunded from the tons of titanium I used yesterday. Checking to make sure there aren't any small problems. One thing I didn't do yet was small gears. Normal gear. Gear extrude. Right there? Yeah, small gear. And of course it doesn't have large chassis pipe. Did I not fix this? Okay, fixing this. Now I gotta figure out which one of these had fluids. You had fluids, but you're not supposed to be here. Have fluid. You have fluid. Alright, I think that's correct. AAM 301. Set to 1. At least this is closer. I don't think it... This getting messed up. 6 and 1. Is there a copper foil somewhere that's showing up when it shouldn't? Where is there one copper foil? Somewhere in the factory, there's one copper foil that's being provided that is there. Does this do what? Oh, okay. Because I still need the remote order. Damn it. I have to go upstairs. No, there's no copper foil that's not in the storage system. This is way too much copper foil. Hence. This is all the copper foil that's in this. Copper chest. I did at one point. Okay. That will help the system. It won't go to the default route. Because I guess I freaked the system out. Alright, that's a signalum. Good. That's still processing. I think it's because I did it after everything was. Hopefully that fixes everything. You. Okay, it already knows titanium. Oh well. At least it's got a better one on it in case I need more. So what do I still need? Ventium, titanium, or Ventium Ultimate. for the current build. And tungsteel. Let's see if I can get my hands on all the Pentium stuff. Up the plate. I got it all. Yeah, this is not the best system in the world, but it's something. I guess I could fix this. Get a wrench. There, this way everything should settle. Because I think that's what was happening, was it was trying to pull the copper and then the copper was moving. Before the chest updated. This way there should be hopefully less of that. Yeah, and those are high priority. Should work out for the most part. Alright, so I have the start of the... Or no, I need the... advanced electric. Funny that I have a use for that. Set up Ventium production. I'm gonna... 4 to 2. I forgot an extractor. I want to move this down one more. I'll just put it there. Can always move it later, I guess. Yeah, I was running pretty low on Signalium. Might need more even. Getting on the extractor, which is fine. Crystals. Forgot I need the crafter. I'll need the extraction. I'm just... Yep. I should put a blocker in. These don't need to hold 2 stacks at a time. Okay. Question is, when these are all running, does that keep up? While that's running, I'm going to go grab a crafter. Getting tier 3 crafters? Nothing, I can make them now. Just tungsten instead of, or titanium instead of stainless steel. Here. On brown. Yeah, there we go. There's that. Oh, let's see. Yeah, do have some basic filters. There we go. Whitelist material dust. Yep, do that. Two outputs will be Ventium. So Ventium will go to the will go to a chest. Oh, sorry, we gotta go to break, and then we'll be back.